संग गुरु सच्चा नाम प्यारा है दारेगा दे बीच अंतर में से दसहारा है सत्संग गुरु सच्चा नाम प्यारा है दारेगा दे बीच अंतर में से दसहारा है गुरुदेव चले उते जो सिख चलेगा सच कंदे वार तार वाजो मारगा गुरुदेव चले उते जो सिख चलेगा सच कंदे वार तार वाजो मारगा बिना कृपाल ना अजायब कृष्ण दा जिंदगी है तेरी नाम भरोसा एक नमंदा नाम तो बगैर बंदा नहीं किस काम दा जिंदगी है तेरी नाम भरोसा एक नमंदा नाम तो बगैर बंदा
Page 155. Thakur Sumasharan Aya Thakur Sumasharan Aya Thakur Sumasharan Aya Thakur Sumasharan Aya उतर गया मेरा मन का संसाजी मन का संसार उतर गया मेरा मन का संसाजी मन का संसार जब तेरे दर्शन पाया जब तेरे दर्शन पाया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया अनबोलत मीरा वीरता जानी जी वीरता जानी अनबोलत मीरा वीरता जानी जी वीरता जानी अपने नाम जपाया अपने नाम जपाया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया दुखन तेय सुख साज समाय जी साज समाय दुखन तेय सुख साज समाय जी साज समाय आनंद 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 गुण गाया आनंद 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 गुण गाया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया ठाकुर तुम शरण आया भया पास कदली न जान अपने जीवी न जान अपने भया पाक कदली Griyannakupa Kupadamaya Griyannakupa Kupadamaya Takura Tumasharanai Aya Takura Tumasharanai Aya Takura Tumasharanai Aya Takura Tumasharanai Aya Kaho Nanak Guru Bandana Kate Jibandana Kate Kaho Nanak Guru Bandana Kate Jibandana Kate Vicharte Ani Ani Milaya Vicharte Ani Ani Milaya Thakur Tum Sharanai Aya Thakur Tum Sharanai Aya Thakur Tum Sharanai Aya उतर गया मेरा मन का संसा जीवन का संसा उतर गया मेरा मन का संसा जीवन का संसा तब जब तेरे दर्शन पाया जब तेरे दर्शन पाया ठाकुर तुम शरणाई आया ठाकुर तुम शरणाई आया अनबोलत मीर वीरता जानी जी वीरता जानी अनबोलत मीर वीरता जानी जी वीरता जानी अपने नाम जपाया अपने नाम जपाया ठाकुर तुम शरणाई आया ठाकुर तुम शरणाई आया ठाकुर तुम शरणाई आया
Thank you. राजस्थान के दो चक्रवर्ती राजा राजा भर्तरी और राजा गोपीचंद दोनों चक्रवर्ती राजा थे राज्य छोड़ करके योगी हुए थे
In Rajasthan, there were two great kings, Bhartari and Gopichand, and both had given up their kingdoms and they had become yogis.
तो धीरे धीरे हिमालय में जाके तब अभ्यास करके वहां से धीरे धीरे गांव की तरफ आए तो अपने आप को छुपाने के लिए गांव के बाहर एक कुम्हार का घर था जो मिट्टी का बर्तन बनाते हैं तो उनसे मांगा कि हमको एक कमरा दे दो हम भजन सुमरन करेंगे
So after they went to the Himalayas to do their austerities and meditations, they came back and they did not want to again go in the same kind of social environment, so they wanted to stay away from the village. They looked for a house. It was a potter's house, and they requested him for a room which in which they could stay and do their meditation.
तो कुमार बड़ा खुश हुआ कि दो महात्मा आए हैं दोनों ने एक कमरा उनको साफ करके दे दिया, तो दोनों महात्मा उसमें साधन करके पड़े थे। लेकिन कहते हैं कि जहाँ सुगंध, जहाँ कुछ अत्तर होता है, कोई सेंट होता है, तो सुगंध बाहर आता ही है। तो धीरे 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 कुछ लोगों ने देखा कि दो योगी रहते हैं गांव के बाहर, और उनका आना जाना चालू हो गया।
So that potter willingly offered them a room. He cleaned the room and allowed them to stay. And they stayed there and did their meditations. But like in a perfume bottle, the fragrance always spreads. So, like that, their knowledge of their meditation and the fact that they were Mahatmas, that also spread, the word spread across.
तो कहते इस तरह से धीरे धीरे प्रचार बढ़ते गया, यहाँ तक कि काफी लोग आने जाने लगे दर्शन के लिए, और ये भनक राजा के कानों में पड़ी।
So that way, gradually, people started coming to meet them and take their blessings. And gradually, more and more people started coming, and the word reached the king.
तो राजा ने सोचा अपने देश में जो राज छोड़ के बड़े चक्रवर्ती राजा थे वो छोड़ के योगी बने हैं, तो जरूर उनके पास कुछ होगा, ऐसे महात्मा का दर्शन करना चाहिए।
So that king also felt that such great kings, they have given up their kingdoms and they have become Mahatmas, and definitely they will have a lot of spiritual powers. So it will be good to go and meet them and take their blessings.
तो बाद में राजा ने संदेश भेजा कि कल हम दर्शन के लिए आ रहे हैं, और अपने संदेशवाहक से संदेश भिजवा दिया, उसी उसी कल तैयार करो, हम आएंगे।
So the king then sent his messenger to inform that he would be visiting the following day. Then he sent his chair there for sitting, and he informed them.
तो दूसरे दिन सवेरे तैयारी करके राजा रानी और कुछ प्रजा साथ में कुछ सैनिक आ रहे थे। तो जब राजा आ रहे हैं तो गांव वाले लोग जमा होके राजा को देखने के लिए और पीछे पीछे आ रहे थे हल्ला करके। तब ये दोनों जब नजदीक आ गए तो दोनों पूछते हैं कुमार को बुला के, ये क्या बात है, बहुत हल्ला गुल्ला हो रहा है। तो बोले नहीं महाराज, आपके दर्शन के लिए आ रहे हैं।
So the next day, the king and his queens, they got ready to visit the place, and then they left on their chariot. And following them, there were other people, noblemen and ministers, and that way they went towards the village. When they entered the village, all the villagers were also very curious to see the king there. So all the villagers also joined in the procession, and finally it became a big gathering, and all of them were walking towards these two Mahatmas, making a lot of noise. So these people started wondering what is all this noise about. And they asked the potter, and then he told them that the king is coming here.
तब तो गोपी चंद और भरथरी सोचते हैं कि बड़ा गजब हो गया, अब राजा आएगा, मान बढ़ाई आएगी। हमारे अंदर जिस अहंकार से हम निकल के भाग गए थे, अब धीरे धीरे फिर वही अहंकार आ जाएगा, तो क्या करना, ये मक्खी को उड़ाना चाहिए। तो उन्होंने उपाय कर लिया, बोला कि आप क्या करो, जब वो लोग आके बैठ जाते हैं दर्शन के लिए, तो आप एक झोल के माने एक थैली इधर एक थैली इधर डालो, मैं भी डाल लेता है, और हाथ में दोनों एक लकड़ी लेके निकलने का, तो आपस में झगड़ा करने का। तो वो राजा सोलह क्या खाने के लिए लड़ रहे और वो पीछे चला जाएगा।
So then they thought, they exchanged thoughts, and they felt that we have left our kingdoms and our thrones to get rid of our ego, and we have taken to these austerities and these meditations. So now we are falling back in the same place with this king coming again. It's going to there will be a lot of other following, and then again it may get the better of our ego. So it's better that we make these flies go away. So let us work on it. So Bhartari suggested that Gopi Chand, you take two bags around across your shoulders. I will also take two bags, and then let us go out and show them that we are going out in search of food and fight with each other.
तो बाद में राजा मंत्री सब आके बैठ गए, सैनिक लोग पीछे बैठे, प्रजा और पीछे बैठी, बहुत भीड़ भाड़ हो गई, हल्ला गुल्ला हो रहा था। तब ये दोनों बाहर निकले, निकल के दोनों दो थैली लगा के जैसे मांगने को जाते हैं ऐसे निकले, और निकल के भरतरी कहते कि आज मैं उत्तर की तरफ जाऊंगा। बोलते नहीं, कल तो गया था ना, वो पूरी खीर दिया तो तू अकेला खा गया, मेरे को नहीं दिया, आज मैं जाऊंगा। तो कहते नहीं, परसों तुमको उधर पश्चिम गए थे तो उधर तुमको भी दिया था ना, मीठा खाना मिला था, तुम अकेला खा गया, मेरे को नहीं दिया, नहीं मैं जाऊंगा। तो दोनों आपस में झगड़ा लड़ाई चालू हो गया। बोलते अरे क्या महात्मा है, जो खाने के लिए लड़ रहे हैं वो क्या महात्मा है। सब ताली बजा के पीछे चले गए। तब इन लोगों को थोड़ा श्वास में श्वास आया कि चलो अब मक्खी उड़ गया।
So that king accordingly came and sat on the chair, and his noblemen sat after him, his wives, noblemen, and then all the army, and then the rest of the villagers and everybody. So it was a huge gathering there. There was a lot of noise. So when all of them were sitting, Bhartari and Gopi Chand decided to play out their act. So they came out with their bags across their shoulders. And then Gopi Chand told Bhartari that, see, I'm going to the north, and you go to the south today to collect alms and food, and then we'll come back here after some time. So Bhartari said, nothing doing. Yesterday you had gone to the north and you got puri and bhaji, and you didn't share it with me. You ate it alone. So then Gopi Chand said, but then you had gone to the east day before and you got all the sweets and you didn't share them with me. So then Bhartari said, nothing doing. I'm going to go to the north, you go to the south. So they both started arguing with each other and finally got into fist fights. And these people were amazed watching them. And the king felt that what kind of Mahatmas are these if they are fighting for food? So then he just clapped and he got up and he left. Then all the people left with him. So once all of them had left, then Gopi Chand and Bhartari said, okay, now the flies have all gone. Now we can get back to our meditation.
तो राजा गोपी चंद कहते हैं कि जिनकी 1600 रानियां थी, 1200 पटरानियां थी, ऐसे राजा गोपी चंद थे। बहुत सुंदर शरीर था। अगर वो पान भी खा के लिलक जाते थे तो पेट में दिखाई देता था। माने इतना सुंदर साफ शरीर उनको मिला था।
Gopi Chand was a very handsome and he was a very handsome person. He had 1600 queens and 1200 patranis further. So he was very handsome and good looking, and his skin was also very transparent. When he would eat a pan also, people could see the pan entering his throat and going into his stomach. So he was extremely attractive.
तो ऐसे राजा एक दिन अपने राजमहल के चौबारे में, रानियां 1200 हैं, सब ये स्नान कराना चाहते हैं, तो उनको चौबारे के बीच में बिठाया और ये आपस में लड़ाई कर रहे थे। मैं मटका डालना, वो गर्म पानी का मैं डालना, और सब झगड़ा चल रहा था। और बैठे थे, इनके ऊपर सब पानी गर्म डाल रहे थे, स्नान करा रहे थे रानियां। तो ऊपर माँ खड़ी थी, माँ विधवा थी, जो है कि जलंधर नाथ की शिष्या थी, उसकी माँ। तो ऊपर खड़ी थी, उसके ये देख के अपने बेटे का हालत, तो उसको आंख से आंसू गिरने लगा कि देखो मेरा लड़का कितने भूल भरम में पड़ गया है, माया में फंस गया है। और आंसू गर्म था, जब उसके पीठ पे गिरा तब उसने ऊपर देखा तो कहता अरे माँ रो रही है, और भाग के ऊपर गया। माँ क्यों रो रही है? नहीं बेटा, तेरे से भी अच्छा तेरा बाप था, आज वो है, कल तुम्हारी भी यही बारी है। तू ये सब के अंदर इतना भूल गया है, तुझे ये हालत देख के मुझे दुख होता है। तो बोलता है मैं क्या करना? कहता है अगर तू जलंधर योगी के पास जाके उपदेश ले ले तो भजन कर, तेरा कल्याण हो जाएगा, आना जाना खत्म हो जाएगा। वही वाक्य उनके दिल में लग गया और कहता माँ ठीक है, मैं जलंधर योगी के पास जाता हूँ। और वो दीक्षा ले लिया और 1 महीना वहां जंगल में रहा। तो जलंधर योगी ने कहा देख, तू अपने ये औरतों से जितना भी 1600 रानियां हैं सबसे भिक्षा मांग के लेके आ। योगी लोग यही करते हैं। और अपने माँ से भी भिक्षा लेके आ, तब तुमको मैं स्वीकार करूंगा।
So Gopi Chand, he was he had 1200 wives, and once it so happened that he began to bathe, and all of them were very keen to give him a bath. So all the 1200 wives were there, and each one wanted to put a pail of water on him and wash him and help him have his bath. So while they were all enjoying like that, his mother was seeing from the balcony on top, and she was a widow, and she felt that her son is getting misled in all this maya and all these attachments. So tears started flowing down her cheeks. And when one tear fell on him, it was a very warm tear, and he realized that he looked up, and when he looked up, he saw his mother crying. So immediately he went up to see what had happened and why his mother was crying. So then, when he met her, she told him that, look, I'm crying because I'm seeing you getting misled in life, and you're losing your direction. You're going in the wrong direction. You must remember that your father was more handsome and more attractive than you are, and today he's not there. And like that same thing, you will also not be there later. So you have to make use of your time. She was an initiate of Jalandhar Yogi. So she told him that I think you should make something of your life. You should go to Jalandhar Yogi and seek his blessing and take his initiation. So that is, those words affected Gopi Chand, and accordingly he went to Jalandhar Yogi. And when he went there, he stayed there for a month. Then Jalandhar Yogi told him that now, as a yogi, you have to go back to your kingdom, and you go and ask for alms from all your 1200 wives and your mother also. So you should go and get the alms, collect alms from all of them as a yogi.
तो बाद में गोपी चंद एक 10 शिष्य लोग को साथ लेके जाते हैं, क्योंकि राजा वो लोग बड़े सामान देंगे और उसको गुरु के पास भेजने के लिए 10 लोग को पीछे लेके जाते हैं। तो जब जाके दरवाजे पे राजमहल के सामने खड़े होके भिक्षाम दे कहते, तो रानियां सुन के अरे ये तो हमारे महाराज का 1 महीने के बाद आए थे, ये तो मेरे महाराज का आवाज है। तो सब रानी भाग के आ जाते हैं और देखते हैं तो गोपी चंद तब उनके चरणों में गिर के रोते हैं कि महाराज आप ये क्या किया, हम सबको छोड़ के चले गए। तो कहते हैं भिक्षाम दे। तब उन्होंने जो कान में सोने का था, गले में था, जो श्रृंगार था, मुकुट था, सब उतार उतार के उनके झोली में डालने लगे। अब 1600 रानियां सोना जो शरीर के ऊपर उतार के देंगे तो क्या कम होगा? तो जैसे जैसे झोली भरते जाता वो आप गुरु के आश्रम में भेजते।
So then he went to the palace, and standing in front of the palace, he asked for alms. Now, when his wife saw that this is sounding like our like Gopi Chand, and he had come after a month or so, so they all came running to meet him, and they all met him. They were all weeping, and they told him that you should not have gone. You should have been here only. So we are now very sad that you have left. But then he asked for alms from all of them, and then they started offering all the jewelry that they were wearing. So someone offered her earrings, someone offered her necklace, someone offered her crown. So that way they started giving him. Now he had taken about 10 disciples from the ashram, because he knew that if he goes and asks for alms from the palace, it will be so much that he won't be able to carry it himself. So he had taken about 10 disciples to accompany him. And as they were giving him all the ornaments, now if you see 1200 wives giving so many ornaments, it is, it will be sack full of ornaments. So he was sending those sacks of ornaments back to his master. And each of the wives was giving him whatever ornaments they were wearing.
तो बाद में जब सबका रानियों का हो गया, क्योंकि रानियों को दुख हुआ कि जब पति ने तो मेरा हार श्रृंगार किस काम का, वो सब दान में दे दिया। और बाद में जब माँ के पास गए लास्ट में, तो माँ बहुत खुश होती है कि हाँ बेटा अब तुझे मान गई, और कहती है कि बेटा मैं अगर कोई सामान दूंगा तो गुरु के पास भेज देगा। हाँ, मैं एक 3 तुझे शिक्षा देती हूँ, उसको अपने पास गांठ मार के रखना। तो कहता है भिक्षाम दे। तो कहता है देखो, अच्छा से अच्छा खाना खाना, इसको गुस्सा आ गया। अच्छा नरम गादी पे सोना, और रात दिन गुरु की सेवा और भजन करना। तो कहता है महाराज कोई माँ कोई दूसरा कुछ बोले तो मैं गुस्सा करता था, तू माँ है, तू तेरे कहने से मैं अब योगी हुआ, तो मुझे अच्छा खाना कहाँ मिलेगा, अच्छा सोना गादी कहाँ मिलेगी। कहते बेटा तू समझा नहीं। अच्छा खाने का मतलब कि तो 2 दिन 3 दिन उपवास भजन में बैठना, जब तेरे को भूख सहन ना होए तो गुरु के दरबार में जो भी सूखी रोटी जो कुछ भी मिलता है उसको पेट भर खा लेना, उसमें इतना स्वाद आएगा जो मृष्टान भोजन में भी नहीं। और तो 2-3 दिन लगातार भजन में बैठना, जब तेरा शरीर थक जाए तो तू जहां बैठा उधर ही लेट जाना, नहीं देखना सैया बिया, तो तेरे को इतना अच्छा नींद आएगा जो नरम गादी पे भी नहीं आता। और गुरु के शरण में रहना, शरण में रहने का मतलब गुरु का हुक्म कभी पार करके जाना नहीं, यही शरण है। तो वो 3 गांठ मार के और वहां से आशीर्वाद लेके माँ का निकल गया और एक अच्छा महात्मा बना।
So all the queens, they gave their ornaments to him, and they also felt that what is the point of keeping these ornaments when our husband is not there to appreciate them. So they took out all the ornaments and they gave him all of that, and he sent all these sacks back to the ashram. Then he went to meet his mother, and with folded hands he asked for alms from his mother. Now his mother felt that if I give him ornaments or I give him some other wealth from here, then he is going to send it back to the ashram. So I will give him something which will be really precious for what he is doing. So she said, I'll give you 3 things, and I'll tell you the 3 things that you should do. And you make it a point to tie a knot and remember these 3 things, so that whenever you feel the knot, you'll remember these 3 things I've told you. And that will help you. So he said, okay, you give me the alms, you give me what you have to give. So then she said, the first thing that I want to tell you is that eat the best of food. Eat the best of food to your heart's content. And so he was quite amazed with what she was saying. But then she said, that is the first thing. The second thing is sleep on the best of mattresses. And you get good sleep on the mattresses. And third is live in the will of your master. Surrender to your master and do his meditations and stay in the will of your master. Now, after listening to the three things that his mother had to say, he was quite amazed. He said, see, if someone else would have told me this, I would have really got annoyed. But you are telling me this. As a mother, it is only on your instructions that I have gone to the master. So you only motivated me to take to this path and go there. And now, as a yogi, I'm staying there, doing all kinds of austerities. And you are now telling me that I should eat the best of food, I should sleep on the best of mattresses. How is it possible? So then she said, no, son, you have not understood what I'm trying to say. So what you should do is you should do your meditation, and do your meditation for 2 days, 3 days at a stretch. And when hunger disturbs you and you feel very, very hungry, then whatever is there in your master's ashram, you accept that and you eat it. And that will be more tasty than the best of sweets that you can get in the palace or any place. So you savor uh, that food which your master gives you and enjoy it, and continue with your meditations. Then when you do your meditations and you become very tired doing your meditations, then you sleep there itself. Wherever you are doing your meditation, you sleep. It doesn't matter whether you are sitting on a cot to do it or you're sitting on a hard rock or wherever you are, because when you are that tired after doing your meditations, then even a hard rock will be the softest of mattresses. So you will enjoy that sleep. So this is what I'm trying to say. And you should always live in the will of your master, accept whatever he is giving you, accept whatever he is telling you, and be content in his will. That way you will be able to get success on your devotion. So he said, yes, mother, now I understand. And then he accepted all of that, those three things that his mother offered him, and he went back. He became a great Mahatma.
तो महाराज जी योगी थे, नाथ पंथ में ही थे, इसलिए योगियों की कहानी वो सब जानते थे और कभी कभी सत्संग में ये सब कहानियां बताया करते।
So even Somnath Babaji was in Nath Panth, and he knew this because this is from the Nath Panth, and he used to often relate these stories.
तो समय बहुत अच्छा है, वातावरण शांत है, हमें इससे फायदा उठाना चाहिए। हम आंख बंद करके सुमरन भजन से जुड़े।
The time is good, so let us make the most of it now. Let's close our eyes and sit for meditation.